Today we're going to look at how do we figure out the answer for a problem like this, where it's 10 to the x power equals 85. Now in the past, if it was just 10 times x, so let's say we had 10 times x, 10x equals 85, this one you all know how to do. You divide by 10 and you get x equals 8.5. Oops, 8.5. The problem is, it isn't 10 times x equals 85, it's 10 to the x power. And so I know it's somewhere between 1 and 2 because 10 to the first is 10 and 10 to the second is 100. And this is pretty close to 100, so I'm guessing it's like 10 to the 1.8 or something like that. Okay, so this is tough. We could use guess and check and just keep getting as close to 85 as possible. And so you just get out your calculator and you just start typing them in. So I'd say, well, okay, we'll 10 to the 1.8. Let's see, that is, ooh, 63. So that's not close enough. So let's try 10 to the 1.9 maybe. Okay, we're closer. And you can just keep doing this until you get to 85. The problem is, this is just a lot of work, and there's got to be a quicker and easier way. So, in come logarithms to the rescue. So what we're going to do is we're going to write this exponential equation as a logarithmic equation. And so I'd encourage you to pause the video, make sure you get this copied down, and then this will be a really nice thing. Make sure you draw the arrows where each one goes to. So the 10, which is the base on the exponent, becomes the base on the logarithm. The x, which was the exponent, becomes the answer. And the answer, which was 85, ends up becoming what you're taking the log of. So this is read x equals log base 10 of 85. And the nice thing is our calculators are log base 10. So all you have to do for this one is just type in log 85 to solve for x. So let's do that. I just hit the log button, 85, hit enter, and it's 1.929-ish. And so, and this is the answer, but we can round it. We'll round it to 3 decimal places. So 1.929. So x equals 1.929. Okay, and so the way to check is plug it in, 10 to the 1.929, and you should get about 85. So let's check. 10 to the 1.929. We get 84.9. So it's not exactly 85, and the reason is because we didn't type in 1.929418926. So if you type in all of that, chances are you'll get pretty darn close to 85, probably 85 point a bunch of zeros. Okay, so we now know how to convert an exponential equation into a logarithm. And that's what you need to remember, is whenever you see a logarithm equation, you should always think exponential equation. They're interchangeable. Okay, so let's look at a couple practice problems, and let's try these. So I'd encourage you to pause the video, try these on your own, and then I'll run through them and we can check our answers when we're all done. So one of the problems is a problem like this. You can't just type in log 81 because this base is 3. And remember, the calculator's base is 10. So we'll figure out how to do these probably at a later date, but we can do this problem in particular today because it works out kind of nicely. It's a nice whole number. But if you had log base 3 of 6, that's something that would be a totally different lesson. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is 2 equals log base 3 of x. And this one, remember, you're thinking as an exponential equation. So this is the same as 3 to the second power equals x. Well, 3 squared, we know, is 9. So x is 9. All right, let's look at this next one. X to the fourth equals 16 is how we'd write this as an exponential equation. And so my first instinct is, well, 4 times 4 is 16, but it's not 4 times 4, it's what to the fourth power, and it's 2 to the fourth power is 16. So that means x is going to be 2 for this problem. Okay, the next one would be 10 to the fifth power equals x. And your science teacher probably showed you in scientific notation, 10 to the fifth is 5 zeros. So 100,000 equals x. Okay, and last one here, 3 to the x equals 81. So 3 to what power will give you 81? Well, I know 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 more is 27, times 3 more is 81. So x is going to be 4. All right, so that is kind of your introduction to logarithms. The basic idea is, remember, a logarithm is the same as an exponential equation.